Hey, what's going on? Ogopogo back in Subsistence. And it's the next morning. I just put the stuff away, set up the campfire, ate that chicken and rabbit. And we put down the BCU. And sure enough, let's put this away because that ain't going to do any damage. But sure enough, let's not do that again. Right over by the stepping stones where we were, I see a campfire. And also, back down. Bring up the map here. It's back down in this corner over here. There's another one. So this one definitely be a rogue back at this end. Because the hunters, when they spawn, they're going to spawn in a certain radius around your base. And that's just a little too far. But this one over here, we're going to go and investigate a bit. He's right down. You can barely see it by the cursor. He's right down on the shore on that stream there. So I'm pretty sure it's a rogue as well. But we're going to go check it out and see. I'm going to try to avoid any kind of interaction just for a couple more days. I'd like to get myself a little bit better suited up. But anyway, I only got a couple small fish. I think we're going to have to eat them because as you can see, the rabbit and the chicken didn't do a great deal. It brought us up a bit, but then over the night So let's cook these guys up. Oh, and I forgot to, let's get a couple more logs in here too. Now, we talk about efficiency as far as the fires go, and in a lot of cases, yeah, it would be more efficient just to extinguish the fires so we preserve that wood. There's no sense in having your fire burning when you run out and you're gone all day. But I like to produce the ash because we're gonna get ourselves a plant bed going sooner rather than later. We're gonna need that ash for some fertilizer to help them grow a little quicker. So we're gonna have to eat these. I like to make the fish oils, but we got to get that up. Let's get that up. Let's get that water purified so we can carry it out with us, and then we can take off. And I want to go check these guys out and see. Okay, well, that water's cooking up. Let's run over, check out our immediate vicinity. I don't need that chicken yet. I'm up full. We're good for the day, I think. You run out for the day as long as you're topped up in the morning when you leave. You're usually pretty okay by the time you get back. Just depends how much you run around during the day. So I kind of space it out a little bit. I walk some, I run some. Hopefully that water's ready. I'm really anxious to go see. I'm pretty sure this will be a rogue camp, but we'll go scope it out. Could be our first base. Like I said, I waited a few days. Alright, we're good to go. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. Okay, we should be okay. Let's rock. I still got some arrows. Got 14 arrows. Got some 9mm. Got a couple shot. Actually, the shotgun. Let's load that baby up. Clear a spot. And we got an apple and a blueberry. Yeah, we're good to go. Anyways, let's go. I dick around so much, I know. I know. Okay, we gotta be cautious. I actually love fighting the rogue hunters. I love going and stirring them up. They're hilarious to watch. Oh yeah, I can see no shirts already. Hang on a second. Jesus. Is that Randy Leahy? Yeah, rogues, so we're okay there. We'll just let them be. No sense in risking injury and wasting a bunch of ammo. So let's just do some run around. Let's start collecting. We'll work on the map a little bit as we go. I didn't see anything around the lake as far as fires, so I think so far all we got that I can see that's not under the fog of war is just those two camps. But how do you like that, eh? Immediately put that thing down there. They're eager to get in here and stir it up with us a bit. I forgot to grab this. Like I said, I was going to try to get in the habit of doing this, but we're doing okay on logs, so I'm not going to spend any time. But we got to get the grub trees. Let's take a run through the valley. We haven't gone there for a few days. And here's something else I like to do. Now, I like to do this when I'm playing just, you know, on a profile, not recording, but I talk about controlling our environment. What I'll quite often do before I place a BCU is, let's say in this situation where we're located, I'll build a couple foundations. And I'll plant one like in between these rocks maybe, or on top of one of these rocks. And then usually one up on ore tastic or ore rock here. With the mine, you know, I'm thinking that they're only gonna spawn within a certain radius of a foundation, so I figure if I make sure I'm not too close to that guy. You know, just to give ourselves an open pass. So if I plant one up here and one over there, then that's going to leave this little passageway open. Once you get past, you know, like this point, you don't have too much of a likelihood that a hunter base they won't build too far past this. They can, but they won't, you know, usually it's within a certain radius of your base. That's what I've found anyway. So I like to plant down a couple foundations just so I got a path in and out of where I'm at. But I opted not to do that this time because we've already got a pretty substantial advantage with our strategy of building up at the south end shortly. So we'll just chance it and see where they end up spawning. Hopefully we get a good spawn by the hunter bases. Just gonna kind of coast. We're still doing really good with our proteins and fruits and water and stuff, but it will go down. So I do a little bit of running around, like I said, here and there, but I try to walk as much as possible too, just to balance it out a little bit. So we're just not, because the more you run around, the faster your fruits and veg and ultimately your stamina and stuff is going to reduce. I don't know if I want to try that copper or not. I mean, we could. We can always run. Yeah, he's pretty close. I shouldn't have stood up so fast there, but still worked out. Not too worried about it. Another one. Copper's always good to grab for sure. Okay, so let's keep heading down this direction for now. I think we're safe. I'm pretty sure that I saw that fire. It was more towards the back corner over here. Just in this vicinity here somewhere. I can't really see. It's harder to see it in the daytime, but it was back in there. So I'm pretty sure we're safe to wander around here and just keep an eye open for the campfires. I'll never forget the first time that well, yeah, it was one of the first times that I ever really played. I was, like I said, I had just kind of eased in with easy mode. built myself up. I had a, a really sweet base down here. This is where Steven Tube's building too. He's got a pretty cool season goer. He walled in this whole pond. But I had a great little base going here. I had myself built up. I had my armor at max. I had my weapons all, upgraded a couple times, and I was feeling great. And I thought, you know what? It's time to turn on the hunters. So I turned them on. It went several days and was, playing cautiously and was able to take care of myself. And I thought I'd go out and explore one day, and I went roaring up. I didn't look at the map the night before to see where the rogue hunters were, and I went roaring up into the birch forest, and I ran like smack into a camp of 5 rogues, and they just annihilated me. And of course I panicked. I had a bed, and I spawned back at my place, but I panicked, and instead of using my head and stopping in one of my containers and grabbing another weapon and whatever, I just ran out the door, and when I got like 3/4 of the way back there, I realized that all I had was an axe, and I got eliminated again. So I thought, screw you guys, and I went to grab a weapon, but all I had in there, I was carrying everything with me, and all I had in that crate was a few Molotovs. So I went back again. I was able to take a couple down. I just threw the Molotovs into the crowd of rogues, but by the time all was said and done, my initial bag had despawned. I lost everything. I was devastated. And then I was totally intimidated again by the hunters and stuff. So I pussyfooting around for quite a while. So it takes a bit to get your confidence up. I mean, now I'm okay. Nothing really bothers me. I just like to take a bit of a conservative approach to the game, Definitely get this. I like hopping up on this rock here too. There's usually some ore up top here, and sometimes a crate. You'll see once we get down to this end, I visit this rock quite a bit, and that tall, where is it? There's a tall wall, just can't see it through the trees, I believe. Yeah, right over there. You walk along the edge of that one, there's usually quite a bit of ore as well. We'll go up there and see. Okay, pull your pickaxe down, good boy. Let's start getting a couple chickens, maybe. Gonna have to make some more arrows pretty soon too, I think. Okay, eyes open. Let's be looking for fires. Another container here. Awesome. Yeah, we've spent a couple days just pretty much wandering around, opening up the map. We got to start gathering some resources as well. Where is he? Oh, a bandage and a... Oh, there he is over there. Bandage and a bottled water. And a bottled water's awesome. We'll fix that up in a sec here. Let's just get out of the way. Get over to this other container. If you're new to the game, you can take blueberries and add them to your water, your bottled water, when you come across them. And all you gotta do is just drag a blueberry onto it. It just gives it a little bit more nutrition. Goes a little further than just eating a blueberry and drinking a canteen of water. Now, that's something I like to do too when the early game, not early, but as we get rolling, one of the first things I like to get down once we'll do it at the south end once again. Pretty much all this stuff we're going to do at the south end because we're not going to be spending a huge amount of time at our north base, but I like to throw down a mining drill as soon as I can and get it upgraded to start pumping water out, bottles of water out. And the reason I do that is because they stack. And once you hit the summer months, it gets so brutally hot, your hydration levels, you can barely go out for, less than half a day and your hydration drains. And to carry around 3 or 4 containers or canteens full of water just takes up 3 or 4 spots. Whereas you can stack the water bottles. So I like to get a bunch of those pulled out of the mining drill and just have them on hand for summer. Okay, now on my headphones, this is wicked loud, so I just hope I don't start yelling. Let's do this. Let's fish. I don't even know why I brought that. Gotta get with it, man. If I'm gonna have a head like this, a mindset like this, and just forget and stuff like that, I'm gonna end up in big trouble. I mean, it's not a big deal. You'll get the fishing rod back, but I'm pretty sure it's just the stackables that you lose when you die. Pretty sure. Oh, which brings me to another point too. The weapon, the 9mm that we were issued at the beginning. I believe it's just like a loaner sort of thing. I think once you die, you lose it. So with that being said, I don't know if it's worth fixing it, repairing it. I think we should just make one that we're not going to lose if something happens, All right. Man, this is brutal with this weather. It is wicked. Another cottonseed. Sweet. Let's just take a quick peek here. Yeah, most of this is opened up. You just got to be careful where you wander till your map is opened up and it's really important, I think, to really pay attention at night to where your road camps are. This gives you a bit of an advantage. You know where they are, you can still go attack them, but you get the upper hand because you know that you're going there and they don't. Whereas if you just wander into them, they catch you by surprise. It can be mayhem. And I just feel wet running through this. Like, you just feel cold and wet. I swear to God, sometimes I've fired this game up, sitting here late at night playing or something, and you run out into the cold, and you just almost feel a cold breeze on your face or something. I don't know, just the mind playing tricks on me. Man, not a great deal out here today, but we do have our lockpick on us that we got from our BCU, so if we do happen to come across a lock crate, we have the ability to grab it now at least. So I've mentioned it a couple times too in the other videos, the previous videos, like I could be grabbing chickens and rabbits and stuff for the protein. But I'm just trying to keep myself on track with relying mainly on fish. Because you got that time in between in the dark. Throw your stuff away and just hop down and throw the line in and you know, go that route. We're going to conserve a lot of resources that way. Whoop, wrong button. Again. At least you guys got to see what I look like. Put a face to the voice. On the back of my head, anyway. Getting pretty good at this. Medicinal plants. Keep collecting them for sure. I think Coldgames should put... Oh, see a rogue over there. He's heading towards the pond to fish. Okay, we gotta get back a little bit. I don't think we should trigger him, but... Man, that's loud. I think he's heading towards the pond. Maybe it's not a good idea to run through the forest. Maybe they're not as far back in the corner as I thought they were. He's definitely heading for the pond to fish, though. So let's run around this way. We'll head back this way. Slow it down a bit. Medicinal plants. Oh yeah, I would say it. Maybe Coldgames should put like cannabis in this game. How hilarious would that be? You know, cook it down. Have a you gotta bake some cookies or make some gummies or something. And then have like the effect on it is like kind of like the insect repellent where you got a certain amount of time that you're protected, but have it where like, you know, say a half a day or something like that. You just can't leave your base. You're just too paranoid to leave, so you just kind of sit on the couch and look out the window. Start finding like, you know, Doritos and Twizzlers and stuff inside the lock crates. That'd be hilarious. Nah, that's probably... I don't think Coldgames would probably hire me as his idea guy. Craft a video game console in the workbench so you just sit around playing survival video games all day in your base. I don't think most of us would get too far. All right. Man, this wind is brutal. Brutal. Deafening. A little more iron. What are we up to? Yeah, look at that. We got 20 already. Might as well grab this potassium here too. All right. I must have cranked this up a little bit. I don't think I've ever heard it this loud. Here I'm talking about, you know, others complaining about it, but it is loud. It's super loud. I think I don't know. I have to check my settings. I must have cranked it up a bit. Now, did I miss that? I missed that grub tree over here. Oh well. I'd like to get him. Yeah, we're getting a little chilly. There's a wolf. Level 2. I should really start going for the wolves, because, I mean, we do have to get ourselves a liver to make our antidote. But right at this moment, I think we're okay. I say that, and then, like, before we get back to the base, I'll get bit and infected or something. And it seems like when you are in need of that liver, they become harder to get, like anything else. It's like we've stumbled across lock crates all over the place, but the minute you get a lock pick, seems like they're a little harder to find. Here's a chicken. We'll get this guy. Help us out a bit, because our protein is going to be pretty low. I get so many small fish, and I mean, yeah, they're okay to eat and top up, but I'd rather just use them for... Can we get this without this guy triggering? I like to use the smaller fish for the fish oils. Nothing worse than getting infected and getting back to your base and you don't have an antidote and you don't have even the fish oils to make the medicinal tonics that are required. Then you end up wasting a day standing there fishing. In some cases, running out and grabbing tree grub so you can make... I thought I heard a rabbit here. Alright. Well, that's going to be it, man. Put your axe away. Good boy. Here we go. Yeah, that last one episode there, I was standing down here looking, and there was a zinc right there, but I didn't have nothing left on my axe, or my pickaxe, so I just left it. I did see it, but nothing I could do at the moment. It was zinc. Zinc is important for sure. Now, here's something else too. And this is what I was talking about, what Ains was talking about, is I made that initial ceiling out of the ceiling panel, and now we put up our roof pieces, so we're not going to use that. Now, if you're building, if you know you're going to build 2 floors, well, then it's not a huge deal, but what we're going to do, I think, is we'll still be able to use this without having to waste it. So we'll surround this. We'll put another line of foundations here, and we'll swap one of these foundations, the middle ones, probably this guy right here, because he's right in the middle of everything. We'll swap it out for the floor, or for the ceiling panel, and just use it as like a floorboard. It'll be okay. We'll do it that way. And we got the pickaxe out once again. Let's just put everything away and look out the window. So that's going to be it. We'll keep an eye on the map, and next episode we should be able to start seeing some... Yeah, you can see their blue light down there. So we'll see where they move to next, and we'll keep our eyes open for the hunter bases starting to pop in. But anyways, thanks very much for hanging out with me. I know it's a bit of a drag, this part of the game and stuff, but we'll get things rolling. We'll have some fun. I'm not concerned at all. But be safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Take care.